So we're here with Pat Reid. So Pat, can you tell us why you started working with elders? What got you interested in that field in the first place?
Well, my greatest mentor is my grandmother. She lives in Canada, or did live in Canada. And I was really interested in her and as she aged. And she was a great model to me as to what older people go through. And she just she was a great example and a great mentor for me.
Hmm. So tell me something about your background in social work and the kinds of work that you've done.
Well, I got my degree in social work when I was 33, and I started working in nursing homes, 2 local nursing homes, and worked with the elderly, with seniors for about 25 years in all. And the reason that I worked with them was because of my passion for seniors, for elders. And it's been ingrained in me, and it's just something that I've always wanted to keep doing. I don't think you can stop at the age of 65 and stop caring.
And do you help with finding living situations and housing situations?
I do. When I've gone into houses or out senior apartments or whatever, I would do an intake to find out exactly, what the problem was or what the need was. And I'd like to talk to the family to find out what their picture is, because sometimes it's not the same and sometimes it is. And to find out what they both really want. And my goal, of course, is to always be an advocate for the senior. And there are many things that can happen to make their life and their quality of life a lot better than it is. And that could be maybe finding a home care person to be with them, or a VNA nurse to come in 2-3 times a week, or maybe have them even go to a daycare so they have some kind of community life with other people, especially if they're living alone at home.
Yeah, it seems as though there's the problem of isolation comes up a lot with elders.
Very much so. Whether you're living in your own home or in senior housing or a rented apartment somewhere, you're not as agile as you were when you were younger. So it's hard for you to get out and meet new people. And at this time in your life, usually, well, not usually, oftentimes, all of your friends have already died or are quite sick. So you either have no friends left or very few, or you can't get to them. And that's a big problem. And I think that this causes a lot of depression. And I think a family has to be really involved with their parents when they see them get to this stage, because it's a lonely place to be.
And I gather one of the other problems would probably be some of the things that people find they're no longer able to do that they used to be able to do, driving or cooking for themselves, or what kinds of other issues come up for elders that are especially important.
Well, there's many that come up. The main thing that that I want to do is to help them maintain their dignity. Finding out what it is that they want to do. Do they want to be driven to play bingo once or twice a week? Would that help with looking forward to something? Or would they like to sign up for a group that goes out to dinner to the restaurants once a month that's just for seniors, where the price is really reasonable so that everybody can go? Getting to the doctors, usually they can get that through the SSTA van, but they don't always know that. And I think, again, like I said earlier, they have a need, but they don't know where to go to get that need answered or even get any advice for that. A lady that was living independently, and after spending some time with her and her family, it was very clear that there was some type of dementia going on. And also, and nursing home was really the only answer for her in a special part of the nursing home. And that may sound scary to some people, but for the lady that was going through it, it gave her a lot of security. And so we visited different nursing homes, and there's one that she liked a lot, and she was there. She was there for 3 years. And she was she was a neat lady. She was an author. She was from New York City. She taught school, or she founded a school for children with autism. And I mean, she had a lot of background, and she never forgot that and shared that with different people. And I remember asking her one day, if you had one wish for Christmas, what would it be? Now remember, this lady would not remember, but this lady was Jewish, but Christmas she knew. And I said, what would be the one wish that you would have? And she said, to sit in front of the fire and watch children open their presents. And I remember saying, I got the fireplace and I've got the children. So I called her power of attorney and her cousin and said, you know, this lady would like, this is what she would like for Christmas. May I take her home for Christmas? I'll pick her up at the nursing home and bring her back at the end of the day. And they thought that was great. And they, in fact, sent a present for her to open up at Christmas morning. But she did sit in front of the fireplace and watched my children open their gifts. And that was, I mean, that was unusual. I can't take them all home, but that just happened to be her wish. So that was one example.
And it seems like a lot of elders would have a lot of life experiences to share and maybe not the opportunity to share them.
Well, and I think that the reason they don't is because they have no one to talk to. So if they're home, I think it's important that they're involved somehow in some type of community. And some people want to go out and meet new people. Other people are too shy. Or they might have a medical problem where this is not good for them.
Could you talk about that a little bit when someone comes home from a nursing home and how that works?
Well, I've worked with a lot of people who have fallen and broken a hip, and they need to be in a rehab center for maybe 3 months. And usually that's a nursing home, but it's in a different part of a nursing home usually. But they get a lot of physical therapy, and physical therapy will also go back to their home to see how their house is set up so that it might be safe for this person to go back home. And so I'm the one that usually is the bridge again to working with the family, working with the person who's in the nursing home to make sure that this is going to work for them and that they're not going to end up back in a nursing home because they fell again or something. So, and that's great. I mean, if they have a chance to go home, which is what they all want to do, if there's any chance that they can be safe, we do all that we can to get them there.